Hello children, welcome back to the class, and again we are going to see the same chapter of the French Revolution. Okay, now today's topic is the Reign of Terror. The Reign of Terror, the period from 1793 to 1794 is referred to as the Reign of Terror. Robespierre followed a policy of severe control and punishment. Okay, the Reign of Terror, it is called the period of 1793 to 1794. Okay, is referred as a Reign of Terror. Why? Because the Robespierre followed a policy of severe control and punishment. That's why it is called as the Reign of Terror. Now, all his enemies, ex-noble, clergy, members of the other political parties, even members of his own parties who did not agree with his method were arrested and imprisoned. Why? Why it is called the policy as severe control and punishment given by the Robespierre is all his enemies, okay, then all the nobles, ex-nobles or clergy members in other political parties, even the members of his own parties, okay, whoever will not listen or agree with his terms or his rules and regulation, they were got imprisoned or arrested. Okay, when? In the Reign of Terror. By whom? Robespierre. Now, Robespierre governments issued law placing a maximum ceiling on wages and prices. Now, you may be asking, what is maximum ceiling of on wages and prices? Means ceiling in the sense they will fixed amount for the wages, the salary, the for labor work, and the prices for the food. It was fixed by the Robespierre government. Okay, now like meat and bread were rationed. Meat and bread were rationed in the sense the amount were fixed, like this much meat and this much bread only people will going to get for the consumption and for the survival. That is called the ration. Now, the peasants were forced to transfer their grain to the city and sell it at a price fixed by the government. The peasants were forced to transfer their grain to the cities. Okay, because the peasants were normally from the villages and they were forced by the government to transfer their grain to the cities and sell it at a price fixed by the government, not by their own. They can't able to sell it by their own price. Okay, now even the churches were shut down and their buildings converted into barrack or office. Even though churches were shut down by the government and the churches were the building of the churches, what they did, they converted them as their barrack, or barrack in the sense for the military department and or for office purpose, they converted them. Okay, now the use of more expensive white flour was forbidden and all citizens were required to eat the equality bread, a loaf made of white wheat. What happened at that time, the higher caste people or the first or second estate people, they were having enough money and they were not paying taxes. That's why they were having money and they were using the white flour, was expensive white flour, which was very expensive at that time. They forbidden that one and all the citizens were forced or required to eat the same white wheat. Okay, at that time means they were making loaf with the same white wheat and all the people are forced to eat the same bread. Now, Robespierre pursued his policies so harshly that even his supporters began to demand moderation. What happened? The Robespierre pursued his policy. Whatever policy made by the Robespierre government, he was pursuing that one very harshly, very badly, extremely bad. Okay, at that time he was pursuing that policy and following the policy, so that even his own supporter or his own party members, they want moderation. Okay, they don't want moderation in the sense excessive control. They don't want the excessive control at that time. Now, instead of traditional sir or madam, all French men and women were addressed as citoyen and citoyenne. It means citizen. Okay, in traditional France, people were used to call them madam and sir. They used to call men as madam and women as sir, but instead of that, they started addressing the men as a citoyen and citoyenne as woman. Okay, it means citizens of France. Now, finally, he was convicted by a court in July 1794, arrested, and on the next day sent to the guillotine. Okay, so finally Robespierre was convicted or fined guilt, and a court in July 1794 arrested him and sent to the guillotine. Guillotine means, the guillotine is a device consisting of two poles and one blade with which a person is beheaded. Okay, what guillotine is? Guillotine is a device consisting of two poles and one blade, and with which a person is beheaded. It means they are going to cut their head, the person's head. So that is called guillotine. It was named after Dr. Guillotine, who invented it. It was named after Dr. Guillotine, who invented the device. Okay. Now, you can see that a directory rules France. After the reign of terror, a directory rules over France. So, a new constitution was introduced which denied the vote to non-propertized section of society. What happened? A new constitution was introduced and is denied to vote the non-propertized section of society. It provides for two legislative council which appointed a directories as executive made up of 5 members. A directory means nothing, it's a group made of 5 members. Okay, 5 directors. That is called your directory. They were divided into 2 groups. Okay. Now, the directors often clashes with the legislative council, who then sought to dismiss them. What happened? Because this directory was a group made by the 5 directors, and they divided that one into 2 groups. Okay, so often they were having classes between the legislative council, the executive council and the legislative council. So often with any matter, if you see, they were not agree with the same topic or point. That's why they were having classes at that moment also. So they were trying, they were started to dismiss themselves. Okay, now the political instability of the directory paved the way for the rise of military dictator. What happened? Because of the political instability of the directory paved the way for the rise of military dictator Napoleon Bonaparte. Because of the political instability, means they were not able to get the take the decision properly, and it make a path, it make a way. Paved means a path or way for the rising of military dictator Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, so here we are going to close our topic, and we are going to see in next class about the women revolution. So in next class we are going to discuss about the women revolution. Till then, you stay at home, stay safe, and please just overlook the book and come. Okay, bye bye.